Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience. This is going to be our top stacks video, our first look top stacks video. So, with the information that we have now in the middle of the week, um, what our best possible stacks are. There's only three stacks that I'm looking at right now. Two of them are very obvious. One of them probably going to be popular also with the state of this week's games being a lot of low scoring games and a lot of good teams facing shitty teams. So not too much shootout potential that I see, but the ones that I do think are going to be shootouts, I'm going to try to capitalize on. So um, first stack of this video, we're going to go to the Vikings and the Dolphins. Now um, I'm not head and shoulders, over these two quarterbacks, but if you want to play a stack, you gotta pick one. So I prefer Cousins over Bridgewater. So we'll pick up Cousins at 6K, and you absolutely know where we're going. Straight to wide receiver. We're gonna pick up his pass catcher. Um, top top three, top three wide receiver in the game. We're gonna pick up Justin Jefferson to pair him with his quarterback. We're going to pick up another Minnesota pass catcher, preferably Thielen or Osborne. I will I will lean towards Thielen, 5,900. He's second in targets. You want the player that's going to get the most targets. Now, like I said, if you're building out a lineup and you need the savings that you get from Thielen to Osborne, who's Osborne is how much? Osborne is, let's check. Osborne is 4,300. So you're talking about a 1,600 price difference, $1,600 price difference. So if you build your lineup and you need money, then you could go to Osborne, but I prefer Thielen. So we're gonna do Cousins, we're gonna do Jefferson, we're gonna do Thielen, and then what are we gonna do after that? We're gonna run it back with a Miami Dolphin pass catcher because you're looking for a shootout, right? So you got Tyreek Hill first option, then you have Waddle. So Tyreek Hill is $7,500, and Waddle is $6,200. So it's all about lineup construction, but they're absolutely viable. So I'll throw in Tyreek Hill because I'm sure there's gonna be tons of value by the time we get to Sunday. And if you really 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 think that this game is gonna go over, then you just put in Waddle also. You can put in Waddle. You can put in Jaceki. So this is how I'm gonna run our first stat: Minnesota versus the Dolphins. And then with this build, you just pick and pop, put in players that you know you think complement this lineup, and see where it goes. Cousins, Jefferson, Thielen, Hill, and hope for a shootout. Um, I don't see any way where I do a reverse stack with these two teams as far as Bridgewater, as captain. I mean, as quarterback. I don't see me doing that, but it's an option. It's always an option. It's only Wednesday, so we'll see what happens. But if you wanted to reverse this and put Bridgewater at quarterback with Waddle and Hill, and then run it back with Jefferson, I don't think that would be the end of the world. It will be very low owned. I'll tell you that. So let's go to our second stat. Our second stat, um, pretty sure everybody and their mother are going to be on these last two stacks. But if you want to win, you know, you got to go where the points are going to be. It's fantasy. It's fantasy sports. You got to get fantasy points. Um, let's go to the Cardinals and the Seahawks. And what I'm going to do is something you never thought you'd hear out of my mouth. But my quarterback for this stat is my man, my main man, my new main man, my man Geno Smith. Welcome aboard, my man Geno Smith. Gino, I know I gave you a lot of hate first 5 weeks. I didn't mean it. I was just joking. You was my guy on the Jets. I came to a few Jets games. I saw you in person. You was my guy, and you're my guy week 6. Let's get it going. So we're doing a Geno Smith stack because you know what? If it quacks like a duck and it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's a duck. Geno Smith is a good quarterback this season. That's all we care about this season. Um, we've been sleeping on him, and he's been out there throwing bombs and running the ball and eluding sacks and playing like he got big balls. So you know what? We need to give him his respect. We're doing Gino, and we're doing his two main compadres. We're doing Metcalf, and we're doing a guy that another guy we've been sleeping on this season. We're picking up Lockett at $5,600. Lockett has been smashing, and I'm pretty sure you guys have been on him because you guys are sharp. I've been on other players. I never really took the time to, incorporate Tyler Lockett into my life, but I do, accept Tyler Lockett and Geno Smith into my life. You know what I'm saying? As my saviors. Um, week 2, week 3, 11 targets each. Week 4, 8 targets. Week 5, 8 targets. Week 2 and week 3, nine receptions apiece. Week 4, 6 receptions. Week 5, 5 receptions. 22 fantasy points, 16 fantasy points, 14 fantasy points, 30 fantasy points. And we go into week 6 with Seattle going up against Arizona with a shit defense. I'm excited to get to this spot. Arizona is middle of the road in total defense. Seattle is dead last. Um, Arizona is bottom half in passing yards, and Seattle's almost dead last. This is a perfect game for a shootout, a perfect game for game stacks, and you can use both quarterbacks. The more I talk about it, I'm gonna do the Geno Smith lineup, and then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna do the Kyler Murray lineup. So I'm playing this game from both sides. That's how this is what you're looking for in um in a stack, in a game stack. Decent offenses with awful defenses. This is what we're looking for. We got Gino, we got Metcalf, we got Lockett, and we're gonna bring it back with Hollywood. No need to get cute. Just bring it back with Hollywood. You want to run Ertz? You can run Ertz. You want to run Rondell? Also, you can. Like, if you want to get as many pieces as you can, do it. So this is gonna be our Geno Smith bill. Geno, Metcalf, Lockett, Hollywood Brown, and then what we'll do is we'll take out Geno, we'll take out Metcalf, we'll go to quarterback, we'll pick up Kyler, 7,300, and then like I said, we could do Ertz. You could do Ertz, 4,900. Look at these targets. Week 2 11 targets. Week 3 10 targets. Week 4 6 targets. Week 5 10 targets. Week 2 6 receptions. I'm sorry. Week 2 8 receptions. Week 3 6 receptions. Weeks 4 and 5 6 receptions apiece. 15, 10, 16, 10 fantasy points. Zach Ertz is a upper tier tight end. So like I said, you could do Rondell Moore or you could do Zach Ertz. Let's do Ertz for now. I'll do Ertz. If you still wanted to run Metcalf, you could. There's some decent plays. There's not a lot of I don't feel like there's a lot of stacking options like I said on this slate, but there's a lot of good players and there's going to be a lot of value. So you can run the Kyler Murray, Lockett, Brown, and Ertz, or the first one that I put. And like I said, unless there's an injury you know, this should be the pathway to victory. Now let's clear this out. Let's get in our last. Let's get in our last stack. So you should know what this last stack is going to be. Oh, and do you remember on our last stack video when I said I'm stacking the Jets? I know some of y'all thought I was crazy. Okay, well you saw what happened, right? That the Jets put up a 40 spot. Now I know they were running touchdowns, but still, you know, they 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 different. They different now. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same old Jets. So keep your eye on them. Um, all right, last stat. Listen, you guys be playing around with Josh Allen. Not you guys, but people online. I'm not playing Josh Allen. I'm fading him. I'm playing a cheaper quarterback. He's gonna be overowned. Every every lineup I play with Josh Allen, I cash. The Patreon's cash. Just by Josh Allen and then, filling in the dots after that. Josh Allen, Gabe Davis, Josh Allen, Diggs, Josh Allen, McKenzie. There's a method to the madness. You want to play the best players in the best spots. Fading Allen is a mistake. I say that every video, and Allen lineups keep cashing or ending up in the optimal, and people still keep fading him. Whatever. We're doing Josh Allen. Let me just see something here. We got the Bills and the Chiefs. You might have to get creative with this stack because of pricing. You're not gonna be able to get everyone that you want. But let me first get in a Bills pass catcher. So we got Diggs at 84. We got Gabe Davis at 65. Let's get in Gabe Davis to save some money. And then if you want to stack Diggs, you want to put in Diggs, you can. I think I want Kelsey on the other end. That takes care of my tight end spot. I doubt you'll be able to fit in Diggs unless you have some crazy value. That only leaves with 3,800. That's probably not going to work. Let's take out Diggs. You got Gabe. You got Kelsey. There's going to be a lot of different ways you could play this. Let's do this. Let's go to Buffalo. You got McKenzie. You got Shakir. To replace Diggs. I'd go McKenzie at 5K. But if you needed the money, then just play Shakir. But I'll stick with McKenzie. Actually, I'll just play McKenzie. I'm not gonna really play Shakir with Diggs, Davis, and McKenzie healthy. So let's do this. So yeah, so we're gonna do Josh Allen, we're gonna do Gabe Davis, we're gonna do Isaiah McKenzie, and then we'll do Kelsey. Like I said, you could play around with it, take Kelsey out, put in Diggs, put in another pass catcher from the Chiefs. But you gotta be creative, and you gotta try to get pieces from this game, because this game is gonna be crazy. So, or high scoring. Let's take out Allen. Let's leave Kelsey. Let's take out McKenzie. Let's put in Mahomes. 8K. Let's try to get another pass catcher for Mahomes. You know what? Let's do this. Because Mahomes pass catchers will not be pricey. Let's go here. Let's go to the Chiefs. You got Schuster, you got Scantling, you got Hardman. Scantling was getting a lot of targets. 8 targets last game. 6 receptions, 15 fantasy points. Schuster, 8 targets, 3 receptions, 6 fantasy points. You know what? It's a toss up between those two. I probably lean towards Scantling for the price difference, for the savings, and then with that, I could run it back with Diggs, no problem, and still have money left over to build a decent lineup. So I got Mahomes, I got Scantling and Kelsey running it back with Diggs. You can run it back with Gabe Davis if you like. You could play, and then you could play Davis and McKenzie if you like, if you want to get more pieces of that game. So you got a 54 total you got a 54 total on that game. So be creative, mix and match, and get as many pieces as you can of that game in there because like I said, that's another winner right there. You got two very obvious game stacks, and then you got to really look for the last one, which was the Vikings, 45 total, 45 and a half. So you know, um, just stick to your guns and hope for the best. Let's go to FanDuel. FanDuel, um, same thing. Same thing. We're gonna do Josh Allen. We're gonna do Diggs is 8,900. Gabe Davis is what, 6,900. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Gabe Davis is gonna be very low owned. Not Gabe Davis. Diggs is gonna be very low owned because of the price. So if you're looking at a lot of value that you're confident in, that's where I would try to sneak in Diggs because he's gonna be low owned. And obviously stacking with Allen. You got Diggs. You'll do a Kelsey tight end, 8,300. That leaves with 5,600. You're not double stacked. Let me see. Let's see what McKenzie looks like. Let's see what McKenzie looks like. McKenzie is 6K. So you do Allen, Diggs, McKenzie, and Kelsey with 55 left. Now there's gonna be a lot of value, so especially at running back. So you know what? This does kind of work. So this is one way you could get off your Buffalo stack. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. It's very important. And if you need me to build you lineups for Sunday, or you want my exact lineups, jump into Patreon. Link in the description. Yeah. So you got your Allen, Diggs, McKenzie, running it back with Kelsey, and then if you want to flip it, you can flip it. Let's go to quarterback. We'll pick up Mahomes, 8,600. You got Kelsey. Maybe we take out Diggs. Let's take out Diggs. Let's get Davis in here since he's cheaper. Remember, although we're stacking, we're also trying to team build properly, so we have adequate players at each spot. We don't want to be punting any spots. It's too sharp. It's too sharp nowadays to be punting at any position. So we got Mahomes, we got Davis, we got McKenzie. Let's take out McKenzie and let's put in. Let's see. Schuster is 64, and Scantling is gonna be 58. Let's put in Scantling. Save some money. So you got Mahomes, you got Scantling and Kelsey. Then you running them back with Gabe Davis. If you find value and you want to throw in Diggs also in the wide receiver or the flex, you can do that also. Listen, this is your canvas. You can do whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? So this is probably going to be